Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. So, today's session is going to be extremely fun because we're going to be discussing how you can almost quadruple your results, even more, while working the same hours you're working right now, or even less. Now, the origin for even wanting to make such a video came from like a personal experience where my schedule is getting hectier and hectier with my B2C coaching program, my B2B stuff, and I'm also working with Entrebeliever to scale them up. Now, I'm reaching a point where I only have 4 to 5 hours a day to kind of help them out as a DM setter. And if you've been a DM setter, even 12 hours a day might not seem enough for you. Now, what I had to do was almost rewind and relearn most of the things I knew about DM setting so I could make the most out of the 4 to 5 hours that I have and to become the top setter within that time frame. I did a few things that allowed me to become the top setter within 2 months, all while working half the time that they were working. Now, if you don't know about me, my name is Yunus. I've been in the whole sales industry for more than half a decade now. I have 15 million under the belt within DM setting from the departments I've scaled as a DM setter and within my students. And we run a coaching program helping DM setters to basically get good gigs and make a lot more money. So let's begin with a mindset that you need for this strategy to even work, because that's the foundation of this entire strategy, the mindset of it. The mindset, as I would like to refer to it, is the 2-hour mind frame. Now let's break it down a step. You wake up every single day after sleeping for 8-9 hours a day. You spend 2 hours working out. You spend about 2 hours eating, going out, or just resting. And you have the remaining day to do whatever you want to do. Now, as humans, in the back of our mind, if we know we have a lot of time, we tend to focus and we try to fill that routine up and that schedule up with things that don't even move the needle. So we're focusing on things that are doing no benefit to us. The 2-hour mind frame is simple, where you are forced to think from a perspective of scarcity, which is if you only had 2 hours in a day, what would you do to get the maximum result as a DM setter and make 5 to 7K a month? Crazy, right? So if you only had 2 hours in a day, what would you do to make 5 to 7 grand a month as a DM setter? Now, to boil it down, of course, in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, get more sets. I would only be focusing on getting more sets, which makes sense logically. The whole point is getting more sets or getting low ticket sales in the DMs if you have that within whatever program or coach you're working with. To get more sales, you got to converse with more people, right? This is basically the gist of it. Your entire focus is on getting more sets, selling low ticket, or conversing with more people. This is your priority, which means things such as follow-ups or clearing out the entire inbox go down a notch, which means they are a priority, but not as much as conversing and booking leads. Let me just make it a little, there we go. Okay. So what I did, and what I suggest you to do is remember that this strategy would only work if you focus on the 2-hour mind frame and if you focus on speed to lead. To give you an idea, I'm getting about 10, 12 low ticket sales a day, which approximately for mean commission is about 120, 130 bucks a day. And if they convert into our mastermind, which is 6.5 grand, then I get 2.5% commission on that as well, right? So I'm making about 3-4 grand as commission, a base on top of that. So that's about 6K. And then if people convert, which they usually do, I get 2.5%. So I'm at about like 9, 8 to 10 grand a month mark with 4 to 5 hours a day. The whole reason I'm there is because I focus on speed to lead, because it doesn't take more than 20 minutes to have an entire conversation with someone and book them in, or just sell them on the low ticket. So your whole ideology within the DMs is as soon as someone responds, you leave whatever the fuck you're doing. Doesn't matter if you're following up, doesn't matter if you're clearing out the inbox to respond to that person. And your whole goal is to have a conversation with them within the 20 minutes mark to either book them or sell them on the low ticket. Now, keep in mind, if you do this the right way, if you're responding to everyone that responds as soon as possible, at the same time, you would be talking with 5 to 7 leads at the same time, which means within 20 minutes, you're going through the entire setting flow with 5 to 7 people, out of which if even 3 are disqualified or 4 are disqualified, you are getting 2 to 3 sets per hour, per 20 minutes, by the way, not even hour. Of course, I won't say this is too accurate, because some people you might send them the link, they might never book, but at least 1 set for 20 minutes. Which means if you do this correctly, you're getting 3 sets an hour. And if you have enough lead flow and 5 hours, you're getting almost 15 sets for your 5-hour workflow. No thanks. There we go. You're getting 15 cents for your 5-hour workflow. Now that you've done this, you can go back to doing follow-ups. It doesn't matter. Bada bada boom. You've gotten the results. You've been on top of speed to lead. You have booked good leads. Now you can go back to your follow-ups or even clearing out the inbox. But always remember, and try to think from a perspective, because I see a lot of DM setter that would do follow-ups, clearing out the inbox, and not responding to the leads that are responding back to us, forgetting the fundamentals of DM setting, which is speed to lead is king. But they don't even understand the reason follow-ups and clearing out the inbox exist. We do follow-ups because we want more people that we could speak to, so we could get more sets. The ultimate result is always more sets. It's always sets, closes, money. That's the ultimate goal. So if you're getting people that are responding to you and you're doing follow-up, that means you're ignoring the foundation of DM setting, which is talk with people, book them in, and make money. And same with clearing out the inbox. The only reason we do that is, of course, we don't want to, want it to get overwhelming. But on the side, we also want it to get to a point where they respond back to us so we can book them in. Now, of course, times are going to come where you're replying to people, but it takes them time to respond back to you. So at that time frame, the 1-2 minutes mark, you could respond back to older leads. You could follow up with some leads, whatever you want to do. But your entire focus in the DMs is one thing. As soon as someone responds, I'm going to respond back to them. And if you do this correctly, again, because I've done this and my students have done this, I know this works. I don't have a single doubt that this wouldn't work for you if you do it the right way, which is have a conversation with whoever responds back to you, be on top of that person. And if you do this correctly, you're going to have 5 to 7 conversations ongoing. Within 20 minutes, you're going to be done with the entire process of actually having a conversation. You can propose the call. Some of them might not even book, but you can get at least 1 set for every 20 minutes, which is 3 sets an hour. And if you work like 5 hours like me, that's 15 sets for your 5-hour workflow. Super simple, super easy, but a game changer. And something that almost shifts your entire process that you have for DM setting, because people are focusing on follow-ups and clearing out the inbox and doing this and doing that, when in reality, your team only cares about the result. If you're clearing out inbox, if you're doing 500 follow-ups a day, but you're getting one set, it doesn't fucking matter because the company's not making any money. They're going to let you go at one point. So focus on things that actually move the needle. I hope you find this session amazing, and I hope you have the same breakthrough that my students have had with this, and I hope you keep on crushing it. Have a good one.